This presentation is for the project on US Highway 53 between the South Trempealeau County line and Harris Road, and the project on Wisconsin Highway 54 from the Buffalo-Trempealeau County line to Winnebago Road through the towns of Trempealeau and Gale and through the southern limits of the city of Galesville in Trempealeau County. An in-person meeting is not planned based on public health guidance to limit public gatherings as a precaution against COVID-19. All meeting materials, including the comment form, are posted on the design website for this project, which can be found at the link below. If you have any questions, please contact WIS Project Manager Kyle McLean at 715-225-9442. Welcome to the online public involvement meeting for the US Highway 53 project from the South Trempealeau County line to Harris Road and the Wisconsin Highway 54 project from the Buffalo-Trempealeau County line to Winnebago Road in Trempealeau County. The US Highway 53 and Wisconsin Highway 54 projects are located on an east-west segment of the highways between the Trempealeau and the Black Rivers at the south end of Trempealeau County. The project segments are located within the towns of Trempealeau and Gale and the southern limits of the city of Galesville. This is the list of people who are working on this project. Their contact information will be on the last slide of this presentation, which will include their emails and phone numbers, as well as the address of the Wisconsin Department of Transportation Northwest Region office in Eau Claire. Feel free to contact them with any comments, questions, or concerns regarding this project. The presentation will follow the outline shown here. First, discussing the project limits. Second, the purpose and need of the project. Third, the proposed improvements. Fourth, traffic impacts. Fifth, the next activities in the schedule. And finally, project contact information. The US Highway 53 proposed project begins near the South Trempealeau County line at the end of the Black River Bridge and heads north and then westward for 3.5 miles to Harris Road, located north of the US 53, Wisconsin 54, Wisconsin 93 interchange in the city of Galesville. The proposed project includes the interchange ramps, and a short segment of Wisconsin Highway 54 to Winnebago Road. The Wisconsin Highway 54 proposed project is separated into two different project segments. The first segment begins near the Buffalo-Trempealeau County line, approximately 650 feet east of the Trempealeau River Bridge East Channel, and heads east for 4.4 miles to approximately 200 feet east of the Wisconsin 35, Wisconsin 54, Wisconsin 93 intersection. The second segment of the Wisconsin Highway 54 project begins at the end of the first segment and heads east 4 miles to Winnebago Road, approximately 500 feet west of the US 53, Wisconsin 54, Wisconsin 93 interchange. The main reason these projects are needed is pavement deterioration along US Highway 53 and Wisconsin Highway 54. The current concrete pavement on US Highway 53 has significant cracking and joint deterioration, while the current asphalt pavement on US Highway 53 has extensive cracking and rutting. The current asphalt pavement on Wisconsin Highway 54 also has extensive cracking and rutting. This pavement deterioration causes poor ride quality, presents safety concerns, and is unsightly. Several culvert pipes are also showing signs of deterioration, with many having separated joints, sediment accumulation, and damaged end sections. The deteriorated pipes are not performing as intended, requiring repair or replacement to improve drainage under US Highway 53 and Wisconsin Highway 54. 4 existing reinforced box culverts, 3 along US Highway 53 and 1 along Wisconsin Highway 54, are experiencing joint separation between various sections of the individual box culverts. Separated joints can allow roadway fill material above to be drawn into the box culvert through the joint, potentially creating voids around the box culvert and under the pavement. 2 of the US Highway 53 reinforced box culverts are also experiencing deterioration of the wing walls at different ends of the box culverts. Continued deterioration of the wing walls can potentially lead to failure of the walls and the embankment around the box culvert end. The existing guardrail systems protecting the public from roadside hazards are showing evidence of previous vehicle impacts and have damaged components. Erosion is also occurring behind some of the guardrail systems. Lastly, the guardrail systems on Wisconsin Highway 54 are nearing the end of their service lives. The next collection of slides will explain the proposed improvements for both projects and the typical sections of US Highway 53 and Wisconsin Highway 54. The US Highway 53 rural typical section with existing concrete pavement is shown here. The proposed resurfacing improvements for this segment will involve joint patching and some concrete pavement repair prior to overlaying the existing concrete with 4 inches of new hot mix asphalt pavement. The paved portion of the shoulders will be widened to 5 feet. Centerline and shoulder rumble strips will be installed, and shoulder gravel will be replenished. The typical section shown here is for the segments of divided highway with existing asphalt pavement for US Highway 53 and Wisconsin Highway 54. The proposed improvements for these segments will involve milling an existing 4 inches of pavement to remove the asphalt and placing 4 inches of new hot mix asphalt pavement to resurface the roadway. The paved portion of the shoulders will be widened to 5 feet and shoulder gravel will be replenished. The Wisconsin Highway 54 rural typical section with existing asphalt pavement is shown here. The proposed resurfacing improvements for this segment will involve milling the top 2 inches of existing asphalt pavement to remove the surface layer and placing 3.75 inches of new hot mix asphalt pavement. The proposed vertical profile will be increased by 1.75 inches for this segment of the project. Within the US Highway 53 project limits, there are several culvert pipes that will be cleaned, repaired, lined, or replaced as needed to improve drainage. 2 existing cattle passes are proposed to be removed and replaced with new culvert pipe on the US Highway 53 project. The Wisconsin Highway 54 project also has several culvert pipes that will be cleaned, repaired, lined, or replaced as needed to improve drainage. Overgrown ditches near the culvert ends will be cleaned to improve drainage toward the culvert pipes under US Highway 53 and Wisconsin Highway 54. 4 existing reinforced box culverts, 3 along US Highway 53 and 1 along Wisconsin Highway 54, need repairs to address joint separation between different sections of the individual box culverts, deteriorating concrete surfaces, failing end treatments, such as wing walls, and erosion around the box culvert ends. The proposed repair improvements will include joint repair, box culvert lining, wing wall replacement, and riprap installation for erosion as needed for each box culvert structure. Additionally, part of the proposed project improvements includes repairing existing guardrail installations to update the system, or replacing outdated guardrail systems. Repairing an individual system includes adjustment and replacement of damaged components. Replacement will include installing a new system to meet current standards. Construction is anticipated to begin in the spring of 2023. During construction, US Highway 53 and Wisconsin Highway 54 will remain open to traffic. Motorists can expect to encounter single-lane closures using flagging operations to control traffic for the rural 2-lane roadway sections of US Highway 53 and Wisconsin Highway 54. A single-lane closure with at least 1 lane remaining open to traffic in each direction can be expected by motorists for the divided roadway sections of US Highway 53 and Wisconsin Highway 54. Motorists can also expect staged traffic with lane and ramp closures for the US 53, Wisconsin 54, Wisconsin 93 interchange and interchange ramps. Access to the properties and businesses on both projects will be maintained throughout construction, except for short duration closures when work is performed on US Highway 53 and Wisconsin Highway 54 at driveway and entrance locations. Coordination will be completed with property owners and businesses along US Highway 53 and Wisconsin Highway 54 to inform them of impending construction. Preliminary design began in the fall of 2019. The preliminary design and environmental process is to be completed in June of 2021. Additional right-of-way is anticipated for the project improvements on US Highway 53, which would include permanent limited easements at some of the box culvert structures for erosion control at the structure ends. The right-of-way plat and real estate acquisition for the easements is anticipated to be completed in August and fall of 2021, respectively. The plans for the project currently are on schedule to be finalized by August 2022, and construction is currently scheduled for the 2023 construction season. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns about this project, please send an email, call, or send a letter to the project contacts listed here. Thank you for your time to watch this presentation.